Hello, Knights of the Rolled Table, and thank you for listening. I'm putting announcements at the top of this episode for two reasons. First, to acknowledge it's taken me a really long time to get this episode out on top of my regular dose of chaos. We've had some family emergencies and crises and things to deal with lately, and it's really delayed my ability to get this done, but I love doing it, love keeping the podcast up, but we haven't monetized this podcast. It's not our job, and so it is a fun thing we do on our side, and we got to put families and lives first. The holiday schedule is also going to make recording pretty difficult for the next month or two, so we will do our best and keep these episodes coming as much as we can. The second reason is that putting announcements at the top of the show saves me the time of having to edit in the music cuts and things in the middle of the show, so that's 15 minutes of saved time that allows me to go on and edit the next episode. So thank you for listening. As always, thank you for spreading the word and keeping us going this long. We really appreciate you. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure. So where you're keeping a good chunk of whatever coins you had with you, like that container is right there. And one, you're bit right there. And you're like, armor's a little torn up and whatever, but like that like container is gone.
I think I yell out, "Something bit me!"
Wait, everyone stop. What bit you? Wait, Branch, did you bite Tiburon?
Branch is way up here.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't Branch. Something else.
Tiburon would be dead if Branch bit him.
That's true. Randall?
Maybe.
Randall, did you bite Tiburon?
Maybe.
Randall! Randall?
No, I didn't bite him.
All right. Tell the truth first next time.
Oh, okay.
It had to be something fast.
Randall's ongoing Knights audition is going poorly today.
Oliver pulls out a little tiny notebook and makes a little mark in it, looking at Randall, just like puts it away. Everyone, be on the lookout for something small and fast with big fangs, terribly fierce. Let's move on.
Tiburon, where are you at? Where are you at right now?
I think I want to trade places with someone. Does someone want to bring up the rear? I don't think I want to be there anymore.
It's fine, boyo. I'll take up the rear. Ain't nobody gonna sneak up on old Sarsa.
Or her tail.
All right, so you kind of like regroup, like that was weird, don't see anything, don't know what we're going to do about it. Tiburon's kind of freaked out, but you resume walking.
Like that old cartoon where everybody's like,
Before too long, you get to kind of a room outcrop and like a kind of like a widened out portion. There's a little bit of a like camp, like remains of camp materials here. Like somebody like stayed here for the night. As you kind of like arrive in that room, Sarsa, make a perception check.
10.
Ouch. All right. Well, where do you keep your money and or gems?
Zach, I think you know exactly where she keeps her money. It's
how much could you keep in there?
A lot, Zach. A lot. But for the sake of this being a family-friendly podcast,
thank you.
We'll let you edit that out. She has a small satchel that's in a little pocket on her thigh, but it's underneath her sleeveless coat.
All right, well, go ahead and roll with advantage. I'll give you another shot there since you're like on high alert for something appearing and trying to bite you.
That was a nat 20, so that's going to be 29.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're just like walking along, kind of like aware of that container you keep. You said on your thigh.
Yeah, she keeps little gambling money, bar money. It's like where Han Solo's blaster would hang.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah,
right
like
on
yeah,
his little
outer
thigh.
thigh. hand, right where your hands lie if you need to reach for something.
She doesn't want to be held up by having to fumble for coin.
So you happen to be kind of like absently like looking down at that and putting your hand on it and kind of checking it when you notice from a cave wall, like solid cave wall, a creature emerge. And it like merges out of the wall and like is going for that. And this creature it's pretty big. It's like floor to ceiling. This is maybe like an 8-foot height corridor you're in. It's starting to open up more, but you're towards the back, so you're still in the corridor part. It looks almost like it's made of rock. It has sort of like almost warts on it, but like looks like the warts are rocks. It has 3 legs with big clawed feet, 3 arms with kind of 3 clawed fingers on each arm, and it has an eye that's looking right at you, and it looks like it has a mouth above its eye that's pointing like up. So 3 arms, 3 legs.
Oh, I know what this is.
Mouth looks to be on top of it, and it's like starting to angle down so that the mouth is going for your thigh, but you see this thing emerge from the rock. What do you do?
Okay.
You have the time to react because nat 20.
Do we all see this, or just Sarsa?
Initially, just Sarsa.
Can I take like a turn? Can I cast a spell? Do I have time to cast a spell?
Yeah, I mean, because you totally see it emerge, you have opportunity to kind of like
All right.
start initiative.
Sarsa's going to kind of yelp real quick. But then she's going to collect her thoughts because she did see this before it strikes. And she's going to cast Guiding Bolt as a 3rd level spell. And she's going to say, "A big rock thing! Hit that! There! Lighten it up!" And she's going to attempt to... So basically, I have to make a ranged spell attack.
Do it with advantage with your nat 20. You have just enough range to get it off. Kind of like stumble backwards and fire a guiding bolt out.
22 to hit.
Ooh, that's a hit. So it lights up, gets everybody, between the yelp and the fact that this thing suddenly illuminates, gets everybody's attention.
Okay, so 46, but I did that as a 3rd level, so that's going to be 66. So it'll take 26 radiant damage. It basically lights up, so what that rock creature like is going to be like basically glow in the dark. Attack rolls made against this target before the end of your next turn have advantage.
So that thing's lit up and significantly damaged. The guiding bolt damage seems to kind of like rock it pretty hard. It kind of like definitely stops in its tracks and like lifts up. It doesn't quite have time to react initiative wise. Everybody roll initiative to jump into action here.
Dun, 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 dun.
11 for Tiburon.
21 for Branch.
Gotta roll initiative.
20 for old Randall.
Oliver rolled a 12.
17.
We'll give Sarsa the kind of like soul surprise round reaction there, but everybody turns to it. We have initiative order established. This thing is a Xorn, Xorn. Anybody wants to look it all up, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it comes up next in initiative order, and so like it's lit up in guiding bolt, and it like just takes a step back and disappears into the rock. You can't see it at all. There's no hole there. It didn't burrow. It seems to have just like materialized through the rock, which like will take us to, who was that? Branch. But like your only target, we just went into initiative. Your only target just disappeared. So like, what do you want to do? Okay, Ver, you're in the front, way ahead of it, so you see where it was. You had enough time to like locate it, but you're much more kind of like entering this kind of like open chamber among this kind of like campsite and stuff.
Can I get to where it disappeared to?
You could if you wanted to. You have to backtrack,
Yeah, I'm gonna do
kind of
that.
push people out of the way a little bit.
Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. Yes, pardon me. And then I wanna sniff at it, just to see if I can like tell if there's anything there. And then otherwise I'm gonna hold my action, and if it comes out, I'm gonna attack it.
Roll your perception, your sniff perception.
That's a 17.
You can smell the creature like it was real, not an illusion. It has a scent. It's probably not something you've encountered before, but like you can kind of like, I mean, really ID that like, okay, I saw that thing and I'm smelling this scent and that must be what that thing smelled like. So like you get a read on it, but like it is like there's nothing. It just like came out of the rock. 17. You also get a scent besides, like, you know, the scent of everybody else and this creature. You get a little scent of something else as well. You also don't really identify that, but it's different than what you're smelling. Much stronger here. And next up would be Randall.
And we can't see it.
Well, it's not so much you can't see the Xorn.
Like went
It's
into
like
the rock.
Yeah, it's in the rock.
But
You can't see it currently because it's in the rock.
Randall's going to go into his bag of trash, and he's going to pull out like a big, almost like a mini barrel, and he's going to kind of open it up, and he's going to take out a little spoon, and he's going to kind of like mix it up, and it's going to be like really thick, and then he's going to kind of wipe it off, put some other little liquid inside, shake it up, and then throw it towards where that rock was. And he's going to say, look out, Branch. And it's going to kind of shake it as it goes. And when it hits, it explodes. And all of this white webbing kind of comes out. And he's cast web from there that explodes out. So now web is in a 20-foot cube from that point.
Like against the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you just threw a canister of web and split it out. Sorry, guys.
All right, that wall is thoroughly webbed. Sarsa's up next.
Oh my goodness.
So, but he's still like very much in the wall. Like we can't see him.
Nothing gone, and now the wall's covered in web. Open chamber with some like remnants of. You're just starting to notice kind of like remnants of like some sort of a encampment in this open chamber.
I'm gonna pass aid, and I'm gonna say, everybody, be on your guard. I don't think he's gone for long. I'll just cast at his second level. Randall, Tiburon, and Branch. Sorry, Daly. You guys are gonna get 5 extra hit points.
Nice.
Not to metagame, but if you wanted to give that to someone else, I am in bear form. So when I come out of this, I'm not going to lose any hit points.
Oliver. I kept wanting to say Ollivander, and that's from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
fair. I get people's names wrong all the time.
So Oliver, Tiburon, and Randall will get extra 5 hit points.
Oh, quite nice. Thank you.
It's not nice, it's practical.
All right, aid is cast, and that will take us to Oliver.
Oh, excellent. Oliver is going to, kind of assess the situation. And do I have any idea what this is in my studies and knowledge?
Roll for that. What seems
survival, history, or survival? History is more of like, identifying natural.
I mean, I think like, you can search your mind for it on whatever angle you want. Survival is like, what do I survey about this like threat? History is more like, have I ever encountered any description of this? Or
nature.
In my nature would be fine. Whatever you want to choose between there.
Terrain, plants, and animals. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 21.
Oh dang, yeah. Like you think that's a Xorn?
I know what this is.
I don't know if you've encountered them, but you, Chris, know about Xorn, so like go with that.
Yeah, he gets real. Oliver gets kind of excited. He's like, "This is Xorn. It's wait, hold on. Hello, Xorn. We mean you no harm. These are creatures. They dwell in the rock. They swim through it like fish in water. Now, if we're very careful, and we might be able to negotiate with him. Excuse me. We are not here to hurt you. We are looking for someone. We are looking for a dwarf."
Tiburon, with a little bit of like distance from your attack, you're like, hang on, most of my money was in that satchel. You're starting to do the math of like, how much did it just eat? You maybe have like a little bit of pocket change and like literal pockets or other things, but like most of whatever gold you were carrying was in the satchel that thing just ate in like hard coin.
He ate my money.
And Oliver pulls out his sack of coins and kind of reaches in and pulls out 20 gold. And he's like, I've got more for you.
Don't feed him more money. He already ate all my money.
I just hush. He might be able to give us what we want. Information.
Oliver, roll persuasion.
Okay.
Are Xorns even smart enough to...
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
25 total.
Nice. Well, we'll have to give you that. The answer is like, whatever. Maybe it's the tone of his voice, his alluring sensibilities, but like this Xorn starts to emerge towards Oliver's voice, which actually like takes it right into Randall's web. So it like starts to emerge towards those coins and like pushes out into the web and definitely like gets stuck in. That'll be Oliver's turn, taking to Tiburon.
I think it emerging... I think an emerging would probably have triggered my held action, right?
You were holding an action to attack it?
Yep. Unless you wanted to count my perception as my action, in which case, nope.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So Oliver's kind of like summoning it out, be like, nice Xorn, we're friends here. He pulls it out, and the bear's like, so go ahead and roll that attack.
And Oliver's going to be like, no, don't attack him. He actually might help us. Stop, Branch.
Bite will be a 22 to hit, and the claws will be a 14 to hit.
Bite hits. Claws do not.
That'll be, a big 6 piercing, and it is magical.
You get a good bite of it, which goes through the webbing, so it's like a sticky, icky bite, but like you bite through the webbing and into this creature. That brings us to Tiburon.
Well, if Branch attacked it, I gotta get my money back. I'm gonna go to attack it. I assume I'm close enough, or do I need to move?
Yeah, you're close enough.
So I'm just gonna go for the attack. We got a 20. We got a 19. We got a nat 1. Ooh.
First two will hit. That one will miss.
That is 13 for one and 19 for the other one.
All right, it's looking pretty torn up and like very like it's definitely trying to retreat, but it's caught in Randall's web. It's trying to get out of there. So like you have this situation with the Xorn well in hand. At least like you have different approaches, but like in terms of fighting it as an enemy, like it seems like it's all handled out. But suddenly, from sort of like the center of the like open chamber that you're entering, a sphere starts to expand of poisonous yellow-green fog. It expands out to envelop all of you. The area becomes heavily obscured. You can't see each other. You can't see anything around. And all of you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
14.
It's an 11 from Branch.
14
21.
as well.
19 for Oliver.
So Oliver and Tiburon, you'll take half damage. Everybody, it's going to be 5d8 poison damage. Can somebody roll 5d8 for me?
Yeah. 24.
24 poison damage. Tiburon and Oliver just 12.
12. Okay.
But this heavily obscured area of cloud doesn't disperse. You're still in it. You're breathing it. That's what poisons you all of a sudden. It's also obscuring your vision. So that's a big complication. And that'll take us back to the Xorn, who I will say makes a strength save to try to escape the web, I'm guessing. Doesn't. So it's struggling. It probably takes some damage from the toxic gas as well. So you can see it struggling. I mean, you actually can't see it because of the cloud, but it struggles. You can probably hear it trying to get away. You hear it struggling, and then you hear just like silence from it. And that takes us on to Branch.
Bear Ranch will try to sniff out where it is. I mean, it's still right in front of me, I would expect. I just can't see it because of the fog, right?
The Xorn, yeah, you can tell it is, well, so like your sniffing is terribly impaired by the noxious gas that is everywhere. You pretty much just get like a strong dose of that. In fact, take another 2 damage from more deeply inhaling the gas. You get a slight whiff of like the Xorn is still there. not much else. Yeah.
I'm just gonna attack where I think it is then.
You hear Oliver say, "Stop attacking! Everyone, stop, please!"
Why?
Because it has information. If we're nice to it, we can try to get information.
Maybe we can get it to stand still if we beat it up really bad first. Am I rolling with disadvantage or anything, Zach?
No, you know right where it is, and it's caught in the web, which probably gives advantage against attacks. So, like, the situation will nullify.
For the bite, again, it's 24. For the claws, it is 15.
Both hit.
Oh, okay. That's 14 damage.
You bite and hit it with your claws, and both attacks it's just like suddenly, it's not like when you bit it before and it like reacted and it was live and it struggled. It's like a sack of potatoes. Like it's either unconscious or dead.
Can I like drag it back with my teeth? Like out of the wall?
Yes, you can. You can try to make a strength test.
That's a 19.
So you're dragging it both out of the web and the wall. You kind of like can drag it, we'll say out of the wall, and it's still like the web stretches a little bit, so it doesn't naturally like tear. So you end up pulling it out of the wall, and it just kind of like flops to the ground a little bit on top of you, and you're kind of like stuck in the web, and this thing it just drops like it's unconscious, at least, if not dead.
Oliver, I have it for you. It is here.
That brings us to Randall.
I don't think I want to do anything right now. I'm going to listen to Oliver and defer my action.
Okay.
But I'll take a little vial of something out and prepare it in case it tries something.
Okay.
It's playing possum.
Oh, and I know about that.
So then if Randall like holds off his turn, then it goes to Sarsa.
So I'm going to cast Gust of Wind to attempt to disperse the noxious gas.
Good call.
So yeah, there's like a strength saving throw for any creatures caught in it. But she's going to try and just disperse as much of the gas as she can.
So Gust of Wind, that's a cantrip or a spell?
It's a spell.
So that's like a big like channel of wind you can use to like push people
it's
around.
Like 60 feet long, 10 feet wide.
Ooh.
I can concentrate on it for up to a minute.
Well, I think all of us would probably have to save if we didn't know it was coming like that.
Yeah, go ahead and everybody make a save for that. Because the problem with like you hit this with you hit the like everything with Gust of Wind, and you're in like an enclosed chamber, and so like the wind you fire out not only fires out hard, like it like hits a wall pretty quickly and like pushes back, but it also the like noxious gas that you're trying to push away doesn't have a lot of space to move, so there's just a swirl of like awfulness everywhere.
It specifically says that it disperses gas or vapor.
Well, so it's like somewhat dispersed, but first like there's a lot of chaos. So everybody make whatever, is it like a strength save? Everybody make a strength save to try to like maintain your footing.
9. Randall
25 for Branch. I rolled a nat 20.
The DC is 17.
25 for Oliver.
30 for Tiburon.
Nice. So, Sarsa, what you end up doing is like firing out this gust in whatever direction kind of like you start with, and kind of like channeling it around, trying to get rid of this fog. Like you've dispersed stuff with this spell before, but like you're encountering that this is kind of like close quarters. So what you end up doing is kind of like turning it around and firing it down the corridor that you came down. That's kind of like the best direction to like get as much of the gas out of. And most of your party is able to like buckle down or kind of like back against the wall or grab onto something, except for Randall that just goes like hurtling down the corridor with the gas.
Are we sure we want to make him a knight?
I'm just having fun.
So most of that is dispersed. Sarsa still has that gust going. It brings us to Oliver.
Oliver was kind of knelt down, which prepared him for the gust. And then he still has the coins in his hand. He's going to find, do I see the Xorn kind of like down on the ground? Like it's unconscious. It's all right. Here, have some of this. We're here to help you. And he's going to just try to feed him some coins in his big open mouth.
No reaction at all. I mean, I think also you're familiar with the spell Cloud Kill. And your knowledge of Xorns is that, like, pretty sure they're not casters. They're more just kind of like operating on instincts kind of beasts eating.
Yeah.
They eat gems and minerals and make sense that
he's like feeding it. He's like, it's okay.
coin.
Wait a minute. You didn't cast this. And he kind of quickly looks around. Do I see anything else that may have caused this? Any signs of anything that may, like another being or something like that?
Yeah, so you turn around and you look and survey the area in kind of like the darkest corner of this chamber that you're looking into. You see what, again, you probably roll. You see a figure, a large figure.
And it's dark vision, so it's that kind of creepy black and white. You know, it's like I'm looking around. You see like Oliver's point of view, and all of a sudden there's just this like still kind of negative, like you know, Navy SEAL kind of like looking back.
Give me another nature check for trying to identify the kind of like outline that you see in the darkness.
Okay. Oh, pretty good. 22.
So you are familiar with sloths. And they are large, frog-like, not at all cute, the horrific end of frog-like humanoid creatures. And this one is like as formidable and scary as it can be. It's got spikes all over it. It has long arms that reach all the way to the ground. So it's kind of like standing upright and yet all on fours.
And what color is it? Because Oliver would want to know.
Well, you are in your dark vision black and white, but like...
Yeah, that's true.
Color of sloth is relevant. You can't make out any color at all. But like, if you have any knowledge of sloths, this seems like a real big, scary one. And that's probably your turn. So moving on to Tiburon.
Can I at least say in the direction that I'm facing, I'm like, we have a new combatant.
Yes. Yeah, and you're like very much oriented like warrior battle stance to like anybody like glancing at you has no doubt like it's there.
I'm not going to attack, but I'm just going to take out my staff and I'll kind of slowly point in the direction of where I see it so that other people with their vision or the torchlight or whatever will see like, there it is.
So that takes us to Tiburon.
Can I see it?
You've got your scabbard, so you can kind of like hold that out to kind of get a better look at it if you want. We'll say you go ahead and do so and cast some light on this creature and kind of see what Oliver was looking at. And it does not have a color. It is black, and it is a real scary looking. It has a big maw of sharp teeth and kind of like dead white eyes and spikes coming out of the top of it in this like weird, scary, intimidating stance.
Tiburon, don't get close to it. It can infect you.
All right. Gotta keep my distance then. And Tiburon will prepare a chromatic orb. I think we'll make it thunder damage or lightning damage. Lightning damage.
Okay, fire it off.
All right. 18.
So you fire that lightning damage and it hits it, and the lightning kind of like overcomes it, which like lights it up for everyone else to see it as well. It kind of like sloughs it off a little bit. It's not affected as much as you would hope. But roll your... Did you say roll damage for it? Roll damage for it.
18 damage.
All right, so it is hit by that lightning, and it'll take us back to the Slod. So that Slod that just got hit by lightning, and it kind of like brings up its long arms, and it casts, and you see a fireball form between its like big frog-like hands and fire out at all of you. So the fireball will... I think that's a dexterity save for everybody. Go ahead and roll that.
Crap.
Yikes.
19.
Also 19.
5.
8.
I'm Hold on, I'm trying to find my. I think I can avoid it. I have evasion, so 18.
Okay, so we'll say it's gonna be 17 damage, and Oliver and the two other people who had high ones can take half damage.
I take no damage with evasion, though, right?
Yeah,
Still a bear. Just a bear.
and I think that's the Slod's turn. So y'all got this fireball lit up, and that will bring us to Xorn's turn. Xorn doesn't move and brings us back to Branch. Bear Branch.
I'm going to charge the Slod and attack it.
All right, roll those attacks.
Bite is 21. Claws are 15.
Bite hits.
That is 8 damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm just going to roar at it.
All right, and that takes us to Randall. Randall, you got a target now.
All right.
From a distance, Randall.
Oh, okay. And so he's gonna go back a little bit, and he's going to take a little like broken piece of glass vial that he has, tie it onto like a little stick, and he's gonna kind of put it in his guitar like this, and then pew, launch it out, and he's gonna cast Melf's Acid Arrow at it.
Nice.
Range spell attack, which is a 23.
Ooh, that'll hit.
4d4, baby. 10 damage right away. And then it will do 7 damage at the end of its next turn.
So it's all covered in acid, which again, like, hits it, burned by it. You can kind of like see it singeing into it, but it doesn't quite react as much as you would hope an acid arrow would deter it. It's looking pretty like tough and intimidating. The kind of like you punch the big giant thug and he doesn't really react like he was punched sort of intimidating stance. Like these attacks haven't like startled it as much as you would like. It's kind of just standing there and taking the lightning and the acid a little bit. And that'll bring us to Sarsa, who still has a gust going. I think that's a bonus action to move or whatever.
How far away is he from me?
Close. Maybe 15 feet at most.
If I was to change directions and gust him, in doing so, would I cross paths with any of my compatriots?
You could slide it. You could spin the gust over your head and down on top of it, creating a lot of chaos because like the wind is just like swirling everywhere. But because everybody's been keeping their distance to it on Oliver's direction, like you've got a straight path to kind of like pull it over your head and point it at its direction.
Just to be clear, everyone has kept their distance except for Branch, who has full on charge.
Oh yeah, Branch bit it. So you're going to hit
Yeah.
Branch with a gust that you try to target at the Slod, for sure.
Just totally fine.
That's fine. I wanna do the thing. So I'm gonna take the gust over my head and point it at them, and like I want to be pushing Branch even like further onto him. Like I want to like pin him down with a branch. Can I do that? And like, can I give Branch like? Can I almost use that as like an assist for Branch with my turn? Like I would give up my full action just to like give him extra agency.
Sure.
With my chaos wind.
Sure. If you're going to like really focus, Sarsa has significant wind powers. It's kind of her thing. So I'll say you're able to kind of like use it to kind of like scoop up. You kind of like shoot the beam of wind sort of like underneath Bear Ranch to kind of like flip him up into the air and then pull it down and blast the Slod backwards into the wall behind it. And then like as Bear Ranch is coming back down, scoop him up again and kind of like push him into it. So that will help Bear Ranch.
I was just gonna pancake them together, but that sounds really good. Let's do that.
Well, I don't know how helpful that would be, so you'll have to be a little bit more skillful in it. So you're able to pull that off with your full action.
I just figured if he could Mike Tyson him if he needs to, like just get him in there.
So that'll be Sarsa's turn. Takes us to Oliver.
Oliver, despite having told everybody to keep their distance, is going to rush towards the Slod. But I do have a big pole arm, so I'm going to kind of attack with my 10-foot range and do some dope monk stuff. So I'm going to attack twice.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Hit.
And 30 to hit.
Both hit. Real good. They hit real good.
All right. Okay, and then so let's see. Let's do some damage first. 17 bludgeoning and 10 bludgeoning. 27 altogether. Let's have him make a con saving throw, please.
Ooh.
DC 17. Fail.
Oh, not going to fail. Rolled an 18.
Damn it. All right. Hey, I'll do it again. All right. So the second hit, another con save.
Are you doing like a martial action or something magical? It has various
I'm spinning a key point to do stunning strike for each hit.
Okay. So roll a 20.
Okay. That's worth a shot. For my bonus action, instead of doing flurry of blows, I'm going to use my another key point to do step of the wind and disengage and get away from it without opportunity attack. So I'm going to use my full movement to go back.
Okay. You can do that, and it definitely like reaches at you to like take a reaction, like grab you with its claws and try to bite you, and you're just like able to...
Oliver does a backflip, like surprising all of you with... He's like, oh, my back, oh, whatever. And all of a sudden he's just like, whoosh, and he just kind of like somersaults back, puts the pole on the ground, backflips up.
So it definitely like lunges forward at where Oliver was, like attempting to react with bite and claws, but Oliver's not there anymore. So no damage and an impressive amount of dexterity.
And he just yells out, Branch, get back!
Yeah, it's a little bit impaired by the bear that's on top of it. Tiburon.
So Branch is attacking it. Oliver backed off.
Yeah, Branch is on it. Oliver is not.
Well, I guess I better go attack it.
Do what I say, not what I do. Oliver's direction. Like, you're going to do what he does.
Actually, give me 1 second. My sword has the ability to cast Frostbite.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get a little close, but still far from, melee range, and cast Frostbite on the slab.
I believe it can cast Frostbite on a hit. It can like cast Frostbite through an attack and like
so I have to attempt
add
the
that
attack
additionally.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead with my first plan of running up to it and attacking it.
Do it.
27, a nat 20, and a 17. So 27, I don't know, like 30 with the nat 20 and 17.
Hit, miss.
Nice.
And I guess with one of those, I will cast Frostbite as I'm doing it. Probably the first one.
Okay.
All right. 13. So first hit is going to be 13 damage plus 12 frost damage. And then the next one is going to be 16 damage. And then the last one, 18 damage.
What's that total?
So 44 regular damage plus 12 frost damage.
Dang.
You're right, man.
All right. So you wreck it pretty hard with that. That brings us to the Slod's turn.
Oh boy.
And the Slod kind of like throws its big arms up to knock both of you back just slightly and becomes invisible.
Oh. Watch your back!
That's unfortunate.
And roll perception with disadvantage, Tiburon and Branch.
Disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Nat 1 on one of those. So.
Nothing.
Also a nat 1.
Oh,
no.
Dang. So,
Oh, no.
You're like,
Unless I'm percepting with my nose, in which case the advantage and disadvantage.
you can smell it somewhere. There's still a slot in the room is what you can determine with your nose, but neither of you has any sense of where it goes because it uses its movement to go somewhere, but you don't know where.
Crap.
Branch, what do you do?
I will attempt to sniff out where the death salad has gone.
So you can use your turn to try to search it out. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Investigation was a 16.
You're able to not necessarily pinpoint it the way you would visually, but like you have a sense of where it went off to the left of each of you, like 10 feet away from where you currently are.
Was that my action to investigate?
I would say yes, since you previously failed your perception so incredibly badly.
The cave bear will go over to where the death salad is, or where he thinks it is, and say, the invisible thing is over here somewhere.
Trying to think if it would get like an opportunity attack if you walked up to it and then just like stood still, but I don't think so. Only on its turn. So that will take us to Randall. Randall, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I had previously cast Web.
You
right?
did. You webbed the Xorn previously.
Yes. And it was the
Which is-
Xorn, not this hidden thing?
No, it was not the Slad.
And they're not in the same place?
Nope.
Even in a 20-foot radius or whatever?
No, not at all. Totally different. You are in like a kind of like inside this cave. You're in like basically a campsite that you're kind of chasing the Slot around. Not near where the Zorn's unconscious body is. You could web again if you know. Cave Bear Ranch told you roughly where it is.
Randall is going to reach into his bag of trash, and he's going to find like a bunch of old. He's going to pull out like a big like metal vessel, and he's going to kind of like pull out like some old French fries that are kind of like in it. It's kind of like this all this like oil and stuff. And he's going to kind of like eat some real quick, and then he's going to take the whole vessel and he's going to throw it, and it's going to shatter and break, and it's going to leave grease.
Oh, grease.
Slick grease covers the ground at a 10-foot square centered on a point right near where he was talking about.
Nice.
It is now difficult terrain, and when the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
So that can
When
also
it-
affect us.
Yes, it can.
Just
Yeah, well, it's going
I
to
say-
affect
I say-
Bear Ranch.
Randall says, stand back, bear. Launches it over.
Dexterity saving throw.
What do I have to succeed at?
16.
10-foot square. So it's probably just the bear and the Slot,
Depending on which
presumably.
dexterity I get to.
I'll do a dex save.
Keep in mind, Zach, like the way that I'm flavoring this, like it falls
French
down,
fries.
right? It smells like French fries. right?
Delicious.
It smells like the fryer in TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
It falls down, and then it's going to splash everywhere, right? So, like, if something's invisible, you know,
You
you kind of
think the
splash
grease
some
would
grease
cover it?
on it. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm just throwing options out there for you. I
Well,
don't
Slot
know.
rolled a 3, and it's definitely like in that radius. So I would say you hit it. Yeah, I think just like throwing a big old like puddle of grease at the bear and the Slot, like that works for me. So I think bear gets covered, but maintain. Matt, what was your roll?
15. I didn't quite make it. So I think Branch like almost manages to
Yeah,
gain his
like-
footing,
But
and like it
falls
looks
with
like
all
he's
four
stable.
legs
And then
out, so your belly's all
Sploots
greasy
out.
and gross.
Blade.
It's
But
split.
you also do
Yep.
see the Slot
It's
covered
spooked,
in
if
grease
you will.
and just like completely like feet slip out from under it and like slams down on its butt, like splayed out prone, very confused. And there it is. You can see where the Slot is. That might even, let me do like a constitution roll to maintain the invisibility. It does stay invisible, but you can see it like outlined in grease.
Get
That
him,
will move us
boys.
forward to
Get 'em.
Sarsa. Sarsa, you can see where this Slot is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like camping equipment and like a table and things also covered in grease. French fries. Smells delicious.
I'm going, now that I can see it, I'm going to try and hit it with a guiding bolt, which I'm going to cast as a 3rd level spell. Actually, you know what? Let's get crazy. Let's do 4th level.
Do it.
So
Crazy!
let's get crazy.
Is that a attack roll?
Yes,
Spell
it is.
attack?
13.
13 will miss. No, wait. Yes, it will miss. Oh, you missed.
Dope. That's my turn.
All right. Guiding bolt goes whizzing by it. Oliver, it's your turn.
Can I do a stunt?
If you want, I'll make it happen.
All right. I will. Here's what I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
DM is Oliver would like to be like, don't try this at home, kids, and he'll run and slide. I would like to try to do the slide through the grease,
Okay.
kind of like what's the thing in Venice with the poles?
With the gondola?
A gondolier. I'm gonna like
Yeah.
use my pole to like gondolier myself across the grease, like, and And then if I don't fall in the process, I want to try to attack the slide and then slide back. So that's what I'd like to do. I don't know what I have to roll for.
All right,
that
so
first,
you
probably.
can definitely slide in the grease. That's a given. The question is, can you make contact on your way?
Yes.
So make a dexterity roll. If you want to do acrobatics or athletics there, you can.
I'll definitely do athletics.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to balance. It's like a strength trying to balance thing, right?
So can you do, instead of adding your strength, adding dexterity and then your athletics bonus? Can you see kind of like what that is?
Yeah,
That's
I can do either one.
in D&D. So do a dexterity athletics roll.
All right. I rolled a 1 plus 7, so it's an 8. But it's a 1.
Okay, so I will say with your 1, you like full speed dive into the grease and like land on your knees and get ready to like slash it on your way through and just kind of like slip a little extra and just like slide right past it and hit the wall. But then you're at the wall, like you slide like right past the slide, don't hit anything except you kind of like slam into a wall behind the slide. And then, but you can work from there. So you didn't do your initial maneuver well and you don't look cool, but you can continue to take your turn from there.
All right. Well, that didn't
If
go.
you want to like push off and slide back or whatever you want to do.
Is it within range of me?
Yeah, we'll say it's within like 5 feet of you. Yeah.
Okay.
You could slide back if you wanted to.
I want to attack it and then try to slide away. Like, I don't know how much movement the grease was. Let's do 2 attacks.
I will say basically what happens is like you slide past it, hit the wall, and are able to kind of like clamber up to your feet, grabbing onto something attached to the wall. So you kind of have your footing. You can attack from there, but you're not looking cool. It's not a cool move. And we'll see what happens after that.
First get into an oil wrestling pool.
Yes.
And you're just like, trying to
say no more. I know exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we know.
Yeah, absolutely. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, roll your 2 attacks.
Let's do some attacks. The first one's going to be 18 to hit.
Hit.
Second one is 29 to hit.
Dominant hit.
And I will, let's do some damage for those first. 17 bludgeoning plus 14 bludgeoning, so it's 31 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will do, for the first attack, I'm going to use a key point and stunning strike.
Nice. That's a Constitution save.
Con save 17.
Okay, it managed to stay invisible through all of that, but it
that means my attacks would be with disadvantage, right?
I mean, you can see it because of the grease. Like the invisibility doesn't.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you have it pinpointed, but it does not save the con save, so it is stunned.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, stunned. So it's stunned. So until the end of my next turn, so all attacks have advantage. All right. In that case, I will use my bonus action to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 20 will hit.
Nice.
So 2 hits. I'm going to use one of my maneuvers here. 12 plus 7, 19 plus. I'm going to do deft strike, where I can spend a key point to do an extra D8 of damage. So 21 extra bludgeoning damage.
All right.
If I have any movement, I will shuffle grease my way away from him just a little bit.
You can kind of do that in that kind of like ice skating walk where like each step is like sliding out from underneath you, but you can kind of like waddle away a little bit.
Trying to get back some coolness. Like, haha, did you see that? the hitting part, not the approach, but I did quite well. Now anyone can attack. Attack!
Tiburon, you're up.
It's time for some sliced slod. I figure I'm fairly close, so I'm just going to use my movement to kind of like slide by the slod as I take an action surge and I attack it twice, which means I get to roll 6 times.
Dang. Okay. That's 2 attacks plus your offhand that you're counting, plus the action surge?
Actually, that might be 7. I get 3
you have 3 attacks. Yeah.
With each attack, yeah.
Offhand would be your bonus, so you could max it up to 7 if you wanted.
To 7. Let's see how these 6 do first.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, if I still have to reach back over and give it one last poke.
We've established 18 is the AC, so just go and
all right.
Give me what you got.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 1. Don't count that one. 21 That's 31. That's a nat 20.
That's a crit.
Just a 30.
Just
Yeah,
30.
just a 30.
Just a little 30.
23,
Oh, yeah.
27, and then I think this is the last one. Straight 20. So one miss. One
So
crit.
for that crit in there, essentially roll like 6
Yeah.
hits real quick for damage.
Do it.
Okay. So 48, and then one more. 14, and then the crit is just double everything, right?
The crit is just icing because you have defeated it. So go ahead and describe your victory. You're like essentially like ice skating past this thing and around, however you want to handle it.
All right.
lot of
so
hits.
Boom.
as I'm coming in, ice skating around, I go for an upward slash, which takes out an arm. Then I come with a downward slash, which takes out the other arm on the other end. And then as I'm circling like around it, that's when I go for the immortal head chop and just slice off its. Do slots even have necks? They're kind of like
You could work your way into a
Yeah.
neck, but it's not like
it's a
sticking
strong
out.
enough hit that it makes the top of the torso into a neck somehow, and just chops off the head.
All right,
Dang,
it's still in
yikes.
grease form. Like once you like sever its head, it like appears, but like you take it out thoroughly. It is beheaded, and you're all done. Well
Nice.
done.
Branch
Tiburon.
is going to take his big old bear tongue and like lick around his face and like enjoy the grease. Then he'll start just licking the grease that's on the
Gross.
ground and the slod. It's good, Randall. This is good.
Oh yeah, like gather it up. Let's keep some of it. And he's gonna go back and he's gonna get a new little like pot, and he's gonna start kind of like sliding it all back in, like with his hands, like trying to scoop up some of the extra grease.
It's magical grease. I don't know that you're going to get more than the original
No,
amount.
he's an artificer. It's all real.
Okay. However that works. He scrapes up as much grease as possible. Recharges.
Branch
his
continues to follow you and lick up all of the like grease that you're unsuccessful in getting back into the.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
get in
container.
there.
spell. Like Winnie the Pooh eating honey.
Yeah.
Cave Bear follows Randall
Ugh.
around. So you're in this little chamber that is the remnants of a camp. What do you want to do?
Look
There's a
around.
grease corner. There's a defeated Xorn still in globs
Some
of
webbing.
web. Yeah.
I want
Made
to
a real mess
inspect
in here.
the defeated Xorn.
I want to look around the camp to see if there's any remnants of equipment or clues, journal or anything.
Likewise,
I want to inspect the defeated Xorn and see if there's any like magic traces or like what I can glean from that.
All right, let's start with the Xorn. It just ate a bunch of gold because it ate that off of Tiburon's treasure. So, like, looking at this thing, it's a creature. It's not wearing anything. It doesn't have, like, bags of anything. But if you really want to get literally into it, you could probably cut it open and find some gold left in its little Xorn tummy. And who knows what else.
and
if it's been
Tiburon's
eating
gold,
that.
no less.
So we'll do that.
Ugh.
All right, so while the rest
Really?
of you are like...
Sarsa's gonna do that?
So while the rest of you are like foraging through the camp and kind of like looking through a tent and rifling through papers, Sarsa just like jabs a knife into this thing and like cuts it open and pulls the sides apart and just starts pulling out, like definitely finds like Tiburon's like sack of coins. Whatever you lost can be recovered. And a few more kind of like partially digested gems and kind of like ore and things that it's maybe pulled out of the walls here. And so, Tiburon, you are, well, Sarsa is able to recover whatever Tiburon lost in coinage. And we'll say an extra 200, the equivalent of 200 gold in partially digested.
That's drinking money. That's bold of you to
yeah.
assume that she's giving
That's
it
pretty
back.
good, yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. It's definitely you getting it. Tiburon's probably aware of like that was mine. But there you go.
Oh, Oliver, before this, he's just going to yell out, "Don't touch the slod. It contains these little gross little tadpoles that if they get inside your skin, they can infect you, and one will grow inside of you and then burst from your chest. So that's bad. That's very bad. Unless we want to try to capture one or contain one and maybe use it as an offensive against a future enemy, but it's very dangerous, and I highly suggest don't touch it.
Someone should light it on fire.
That would be a good idea, but let's wait till we get out of the cave first.
But then I can't eat it. Okay.
Don't eat. Don't eat it.
I think Branch is being infected by the bear brain.
Is Branch still a bear, or is he turning back?
He's still a bear for now.
Okay. So searching around the camp while Sarsa does her extremely dirty work, you find like camping elements, like camping equipment and things like that, prospecting equipment. You do see what you assume are the remains of this dwarf prospector. It doesn't appear to have made it. And this is his camp and his equipment, you're pretty sure.
Was he murdered?
I mean, he was probably slotted or zorned, or like, it seems to be these creatures that made quick work of him. So the most interesting thing you find, like if you wanted to kind of like scavenge some prospecting equipment, mining equipment, things like that, you could. There's nothing like super magical or anything, but you do find a map. And this map, having a look at it, appears to be his kind of like working model of mapping out these caves, like the caves underneath Mount Cambion. And so it's got like, you can see kind of like several pieces. It's definitely an incomplete map. There are places where kind of like chambers and paths just end, but you can see a couple different entry points, and you can see kind of like other chambers that he seemed to have figured out, and including prominently there's kind of like a big chamber like way far away, and nothing specifically connects to it, but it says layer of Cambionatrix.
We found a map. This is good. This will help. The sacrifice of this gentleman will help our quest.
Zach, could you write the name of the thing that that you just called out into the chat? Because it's already escaped my brain.
Cambionatrix.
Is that like a drug?
Crummy old mattress.
Cambionatrix may cause side effects if used incorrectly. Consult your doctor if you need to use Cambionatrix.
Headaches and impotence.
May cause slurred speech or seeing of Xorns. Get your life back with Cambionatrix.
I studied combinatorics in college. No, Branch wouldn't have gone to college.
Well, does anyone feel like they need to take a break or have a little bit of a snack? Don't eat the slod. You don't want to eat chopped slod?
I might be needing to just give myself a little wipe down here. Just got my hands a wee bit dirty there.
Can someone clean Branch's fur, please? I am very greasy.
So if you're comfortable, you can go ahead and take a short rest there in the little camp, cleared of enemies.
I don't have the magic to clean you, but maybe, Tiburon, do you have that nifty magic spell that you can whip away the dirt from our friends?
Prestidigitation.
Oh, is that what this is for? And Tiburon casts prestidigitation.
Nice. It can be used for that, but yeah.
Thank you.
A bunch of slime and grease lifts off the bear, and
does it go anywhere? Can I try and hand it to Randall?
yeah, actually, you can kind of like pull it up
right
into a
in
little
here.
glob, drop it into Randall's bag. I don't know how long the like
perfect.
grease spell
It's
list
just
or the
that
web
simple.
spell.
Oh, get the web too. Get the web too there, Tiburon.
It's like an infomercial. He's got a little headset. It's like, and it goes onto this little ball, and you can hand it to your possum friend.
So in the midst of your short rest, as you kind of like recharge, regroup a little bit, avoiding the slod carcass, you all get a message through your knight symbol. It's Sora. I have a mission for you. I need you to return to the portal chamber as soon as possible, if at all possible. Over.
Oh,
We are
I don't think
trying
we
to find
respond.
Gravel.
I think it's just a message, right?
Yeah. Seems like Sora uniquely has this ability to kind of reach out to knights and give a message. She used it to like all knights in the kind of like coming of the great turmoil. It seems like she's able to target your group specifically, unless that message went out to all knights, but probably not.
So Randall didn't hear that then.
Right.
Correct. He's just eating grease and dipping web in it and just kind of...
I guess we should head back then.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're done here, right?
Well, we have a map. We could always come back. I would like to check out this chamber of Cambion Natrix that the prospector wrote down, but it's a layer of Cambion Natrix. It sounds very interesting. Does anyone know what that means?
A layer is like a place where...
I know what a layer is, Branch. It's the other one.
Someone who doesn't tell the truth.
Cambion is the name of the layer, the town, the city. So, and Atrix.
Let's have Randall roll history.
Ooh, wow. What? I'm loving this. 8.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess
Doesn't
I don't
ring
know.
any bells.
I don't even know what a Cambion is.
we should ask in town, perhaps. The people will know what it is.
Tiburon, the nerd.
He'll
know.
Ask him.
Well, we've been summoned, so we should probably go back.
If anybody wants a ride, Branch will stay in bear form.
Are bears fast animals?
No, but it means you don't have to walk.
Yeah, you get to ride
I
a bear.
guess.
It's cleaned off.
They just
If
kind
I
of
could
like
if I could
lumber.
ride a bear, I would.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I mean fair, but I don't think that saves us any time.
It
Like
doesn't, but do you want to ride a bear a lot? Who's riding the bear?
I can only take like one, I think.
I'll ride the bear.
Sarsa rides the bear home. You're able to travel back. Takes a
40 feet per per turn.
There you go. You're able to travel the 30 that Randall walks and like kind of sniff things along the way. Take a leisurely pace. You're able to make your way back to Cambion, relatively unimpeded, and continue on through the town to the portal chamber, if that's where you want to go directly.
Could we stop? The portal chamber is in the
Fortress.
I want to say castle, but what's that? Whatever that the mansion thing.
The fortress that's built into the mountain, which you've just
Fortress,
kind of like
right.
entered into.
So our friends there who run the place, Riggs and company, I think we should stop off and ask them about the Combinatorics.
Cambion Atrix.
Yeah, so I said.
Yeah, so as you're walking in, you actually run into Lady Dahlia, and you're able to ask her, kind of like show her the map that you found and wipe a little grease off of it along the way and kind of like ask her about. So specifically, where is marked layer of Cambionatrix is not like directly connected to any particular route, but you can kind of see some options. Like this prospector maybe like had that information from somewhere and like separately has kind of sketched in, I tried this cave and I went to here, and I tried this cave and I went to here. So he was like creating this kind of like map of the inner workings of the mountain. And Lady Dahlia has a look at it and says like, yes, Cambionatrix, yes, that was it's the dragon that our town is named after, and the mountain itself, yes. Cambionatrix was generations ago, hundreds of years ago. Yes, there's a dragon that lived here inside the mountain, and it was defeated. And so I suppose that's the layer has been lost to us for many generations. It was collapsed and caved in, but I suppose that's perhaps this prospector was trying to find it.
A dragon, you say? That's glorious.
Yes, Cambionatrix. It's the name of Cambion and Mount Cambion. Yes, it's named after the dragon.
How sure are you that the dragon is not still alive?
Well, it hasn't been seen for hundreds of years, so fairly sure. We've had much greater bother since then.
Okay.
Well, that works for me. Probably dead.
Maybe sleeping. Sleepy dragon. Stranger things have happened.